The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Check one. Check two. Testes, 1, 2. Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy T. Wilson live on a hump day morning. And, yeah, my show is going to take a little serious tone today, but we're going to get through every topic. Got something to talk about. I was up late last night getting prepared, and I guess I just got a little involved, man, and it stayed with me through my sleep, and I woke up in this serious mood, so I said, you know what? I need to go ahead and broach this topic today. I've been avoiding it, and the avoidance is over. Let's go ahead and get with it. So anyway, birthdays today. I got my nephew-in-law, Tim Allen. What's happening, Tim? Got Jelani Hadi. Twin brothers Danny and Dennis Haskins. What's up, brothers? Denny Haskins is the owner of the club Swagger, for those that are here in the Houston area. Greg Anderson, beautiful Tyranny, Poetically Yours Gilliam, and also, last but not least, my partner in criminal case game, B-Biz Exquisite. What's going on? And happy birthday to all of y'all. And since I got so much to say about my topic today, let's go ahead and get this party started.
What Up Doe Sports.
Sponsors are pulling out not only from Adrian Peterson, but from the Vikings and the NFL as a whole. Because of this, the Vikings have recanted its decision to play AP this week, and he is now suspended indefinitely. Not in those words, but in that reality.
What Up Doe Entertainment.
I did that backwards, didn't I? Let's do that again. But in that reality. There we go. Rihanna is angry about the NFL's decision to pull her from Thursday night football's broadcast in the wake of the Ray Rice scandal. She says it's like they're punishing me for this. Oops. What Up Doe News is what that was supposed to say. Anyway, What Up Doe News. Georgetown, Texas, a teen. I messed that up, man. I'm just so inclined on getting to what I want to get to. Anyway, in Georgetown, Texas, a teen employee at a Papa Murphy's Pizzeria rubbed his testicles on a pizza because he was upset the customer had ordered it so close to closing time. I know what it's like. I hate it when customers show up. We close at 8 and they show up at 7:50 wanting me to show them 3 or 4 or 5 cars. We're closed, damn it. But anyway, maybe I should rub my testicles on the cars. The customer arrived at the eatery and caught Austin Michael Simmons rubbing his scrotum on the family-sized stuffed pizza with Canadian bacon, pineapple, and extra cheese. I guess he was also adding a little extra Canadian bacon. The customer confronted Simmons and told the worker he was old enough to know better than to put your balls on someone's pizza. Old enough to know better than to put your balls on someone's pizza. I'm just tripping right now, man. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons, man. I am hitting all the wrong buttons. In Washington, D.C., among the 274 beers at Snallygaster Beer Festival was a brew with the most unusual ingredient, coffee beans, salvaged from weasel poop. Be careful the beer that you drink, folks. Be careful. For those that are adventurous beer drinkers, want to try different beers from other countries, Just know that some other countries will try some weird and awkward shit, and you're drinking it. Beer Geek Brunch Weasel, a beer brought to the festival by Danish brewer Mikkeller, is made with Vietnamese coffee beans passed through the digestive systems of civet cats, a member of the weasel family. So there it is. You can have weasel shit beer. Beer made from weasel shit. In case you didn't catch that, I just want to belabor the point that this beer that they want you to consume into your digestive system was cultivated from the digestive system of a weasel. Wow. And I didn't watch a movie last night because I was going through I was dealing with this topic. I was thinking about this topic that I'm actually going to talk about. So I'm going to skip that movie review and go straight to the What Up Doe closing commentary. How about that? I stole your sound effect movie review. All right, it's time for me to change the tone here a little bit. Actually, probably a lot of bit. How do I start this? Where do I've tried to avoid getting into this, but time has come, and I guess I have to go there. Let me first say that I am not defending Adrian Peterson. I am not defending Ray Rice. Hell, I'm not even defending Tiger Woods. But I'm not going to be as hard on any of these guys as many of the people I've listened to. Many of whom I have utmost respect for will likely disagree with my assessment, with my take on this, with my stance. And I'm okay with that. I respect their stance, and I expect that they will respect mine. Any of my listeners that are racially sensitive and or easily offended by some open, honest, politically incorrect race relation commentary, please turn this podcast off now. I will give you a moment to do so. If you're still listening, you've been warned. The commentary over the past few days about the Adrian Peterson situation has gotten very frustrating to me. I am tired of hearing white people tell black people how to raise their kids. I heard one white kid come on the radio yesterday and say, all the people I hear defending Peterson are black. They are the ones that complained about slavery and slaves being whipped, and those were grown men. He went on to compare that to the whipping of Adrian Peterson's child, of course. I found it interesting he brought that up, and I waited for someone to say what I was thinking, but to no avail. It's not a big surprise because no one thinks like me. I get that. I'm a little off, and I think a little differently, and a little outside the box. I get that. That's why I'm a creative. I have creative thoughts, a creative thought process. I am, and have been for a while, of firm belief that our country's current culture has been enormously impacted by our country's history of slavery. That being said, if there's anything to my theory, Could that potentially explain largely why whipping is a widely accepted form of discipline in the black community more so than in the white community? If yes, even if maybe, for that white kid that brought it up, and all the white people out there trying to tell us how to raise our children and how so wrong whipping is, the quote-unquote spanking is an ineffective form of discipline conversation being forced down our throats again. Here's a little reminder. It was you that taught us that whipping is an effective form of discipline. It was you that taught us to whip black men as a form of discipline. And to be frank, many black people feel that your quote-unquote timeout form of discipline and a lack of an ass whipping is ineffective. In fact, many of them feel like that is the driver behind the mass shootings of movie theaters and schools across the country. There's a guy in the news now threatening to shoot up police officers. White guy. They think mass killings. There used to be a story by Richard Pryor. They say, we put him in timeout, we don't whip him. 20 years later, Johnny put the gun down. I don't defend Adrian Peterson per se, but I don't think he should be kicked out of football for his choice as a parent to give his child a good ass whooping. Because that good ass whooping might one day prove to be the very lesson that child remembers when he's about to commit a crime. Let's be careful with this issue, folks. I don't want money dictating how people treat their children, because you pay them, you tell them how to live their lives, you tell them how to pick their friends, you tell them how to parent, how to raise their kids. And even more dangerously, I don't want this conversation to turn towards empowering children to feel like they can retaliate against parents for the form of discipline they receive, and have the public neglect the lesson that was taught. See, because society tends to forget the rest of the story. Society tends to focus on the perceived fault of the black man and allow the rest of the story around the particular incident to get lost in the sauce. Okay, I want to take a side note. I want to tell you a story about an interracial couple. A white woman hit her black husband with a golf club. He tried to walk away from the confrontation instead of busting her in her shit. And she followed him out of the house, busted a window of his vehicle with the club that she hit him with earlier, causing him to crash into a tree, injuring his leg and jeopardizing his career and livelihood. In fact, his career has not been the same since. However, in that case, society at large focused on the black man's appetite for white women and his infidelity that led to the white woman's attack. White men came on national television to voice their disgrace with him, and some went as far as to call him a quote-unquote bad person. No one, and I mean no one, villainized the white woman that attacked him. Instead, she was exalted and rewarded with a humongous chunk of his fortune, a fortune that he cannot rebuild, potentially because of the damage that was done to him during her attack. But the focus was on his fault. The focus was on the reason she attacked him, not the attack. Has anyone questioned the fidelity of the wife of Ray Rice? Has anyone made a public statement about what they were fighting about? Why was he so mad at her that he spat in her face? A spit in the face is a show of utmost disrespect and is normally done in retaliation of a disrespectful act.